on the mound for the Indians. She delivers that Guarantee Bank first pitch at 4:30 p.m. Guarantee Bank first pitch at 4:30 p.m.
Lily comes in with a 4.55 ERA, 4 wins, 6 losses on the year. She has 60 innings pitched on the season, 92 hits, 55 runs, 39 earned with 13 base on balls and 23 strikeouts. She is a contact pitcher, so we're ready for our Indians to play great defense here in Game 2.
She is ahead of the first batter. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This is Phillips, the shortstop. She was also leading off in Game 1 for the Wolves. The 1-2 pitch from Phillips. To Phillips, excuse me. Low and in the dirt. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is Michael Upton along with Coach Andy Kirk in the ICC Alumni and Foundation booth, bringing you ICC softball. There's a foul ball out into the basketball area.
Yeah, Phillips is a tough leadoff hitter for the Wolves. She actually was the knocked in the deciding run there in the top of the 10th with a sac fly to the outfield, deep enough in right center field that the runner at second base was actually able to tag up, and the runner at third scored ended up being the winning run.
There's a pitch down the middle, but finishes too low, pushes the count full. Early opening battle here between Lily pitching for the Indians and Phillips batting for the Wolves.
Game 2 of the doubleheader.
And walks her on the opening batter. So 1 on with no outs. Early opportunity here for the Wolves. See what they can do. That's going to bring up Baines, the third baseman.
Olivia Baines.
0-0. I like those numbers.
Yeah, when you have a doubleheader, as all of our games are in this league, you have that break in between games. You've got to refocus as a team, and like first inning in Game 2 is usually very important in the outcome of how Game 2 goes.
At first pitch, in for a strike. Phillips showed a big lead at first, but did come back. So now a 0-1 count. Shows bunt, doesn't offer.
Phillips is 8 for 8 in stolen bases so far on this season.
So a 1-1 pitch here. It turns on one inside, lines it to third base. Quick throw back and catches her. There's your Little Caesars double play, brought to you by Little Caesars in Fulton. Grab a hot and ready pizza on South Adams Street in Fulton. That is Baines lining it to Shands, who makes the quick stab and then quickly throws it to first to Stegall to double up Phillips.
Outstanding play. Just exactly what you want after a walk to start the game is to get that line drive double play. Great play. All you can say is this is what you said about Shands making a great play at third base. But so nothing the base runner did for the Co Lin that was wrong. It's just that ball was hit so hard, and by the time she reacted, Shands had then fired it back across the infield.
Now a pitch into Efferson, who was the DP in Game 1. She's the pitcher for Co Lin here in Game 2. That ball's in the dirt for ball 1.
Two outs. Got the outfield playing deep right here, trying to hold her to a single, keep her out of scoring position.
Outside pitch that she fouls off into the net. So a 1-1 count now. Great defense backing up the pitcher here already for ICC. Getting that double play. And as long as we were here for Game 1, a Little Caesars Pizza would go pretty well right now. Makes contact out to left field, over the head of the left fielder. She's going to get it off the wall. Everson's going to reach for second. There's going to be a throw in. Second baseman's not really paying close enough attention to try to make a play there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she went and communicated. Somebody communicated to her that the runner was coming. Throw was off just a little bit. But, yeah, the runner was not getting there. But, yeah, that ball was hit hard. That's a hard hit double. Left fielder did the best she could of playing it off the wall and getting it in. But got to put a stop to it here for the Indians to keep the Wolves off the scoreboard here in the top of the first.
That pitch is going to be a ball to Williams, the first baseman, trying to spark a 2-out rally here for the Wolves as they had their first base runner erased on the double play. Now they've got a runner at second with 2 outs. Makes contact, fouls this one off. There's some kids out there, and it just misses those young folks. Rolls out toward the ICC batting cages. Now the count's 1-1. So Lily sets to deliver the 1-1 pitch right down the middle. Fly out to center. Hauls it in and gets the 3rd out of the inning. So ICC works around a leadoff walk and then a 2-out double to have no damage. We'll take the opportunity here between the first and second inning to get the starting lineups for the two teams. We'll start with the Co Lin Wolves, who now, after game 1, are 26-3 and 13-0 in league play.
All right, for Co Lin, they're leading off there with Briley Phillips playing shortstop, number 11. In the 2-hole, number 00, Olivia Baines playing third base. In the 3 spot, number 16, Taylor Efferson, who will be pitching. Batting cleanup, number 5, Avery Williams playing first base. 5-hole, number 13, Kinley Midair playing right field. In the 6th spot, number 10, Emery Warren in left field. 7th spot, number 8, Emily Williams, the DP. In the 8-hole, number 1, Stella Roberts catching this game. 9 spot, number 26, Carson Huey playing center field. And the flex player in game 2 will be number 2, Abby Burnett playing second base. So that will be Taylor Efferson pitching game 2 for the Lady Wolves.
And now your starters for the 21-11, 6-7 in conference, ICC Indians, ICC and Coke. Now that's a winning combination, and Coach Munson hopes she has that same winning combination put together here in game 2.
Yes, leading off for the Indians will be number 1, Jory McKnight playing right field. In the 2-hole will be number 2, Maddie Porter playing shortstop. 3 spot, 19, A.B. Marler, the designated player. Batting cleanup, Taylor Shands, number 18, playing third base. In the 5 spot, number 11, Lakeland Nichols in center field. In the 6-hole, number 9, Maddie McClendon playing second base. 7-hole, number 21, Zoe Goodman playing playing catcher, In the 8th spot, number 14, Sadie Stegall playing first base. We'll go to our first pitch.
It's a ball away from Epperson to McKnight.
In the 9-hole for the Indians will be Morgan Green playing left field, and then your pitcher, number 12, Lily.
So this is McKnight, the right fielder, leading off for the Indians. She looks at that one on the outside corner for strike 1, evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Efferson comes in as a pitcher for Co Lin. She has the 4th best ERA in the league with a 1.26 ERA. She has 9 wins, which is tied for 7th with her teammate. Well, her teammate picked up her 10th win in game 1, but she is 9-1 on the season, 61 innings pitched, only giving up 54 hits, 21 runs, 11 of those earned, 12 walks, 36 strikeouts. So only 36 strikeouts in 61 innings means she's going to be a contact pitcher.
McKnight makes contact, dribbles it out toward third. Third baseman Baines, we've seen her play a lot of good defense today. She picks it up, fires it across the first to retire McKnight 5-3.
Yes, the Wolves have played excellent defense in that 10-inning first game that they were able to pull out the victory 2-1 here and look for the Indians trying to get off to a fast start against Efferson, who does not, like we said, give up a whole lot. But we're going to have to put some quality at-bats together to string some good at-bats.
Now this brings up Maddie Porter. She shifts from catching in game 1 to shortstop here in game 2. She takes one's a little low and by the fans' account, but an 0-1 count now to Porter. Swings and foul tips the second pitch. She quickly finds herself in a hole 0-2.
I know with my playing and coaching career, the one thing I would be excited about for the Indians is that Richard is not pitching. She's out. You finally got her out of the circle, and you're getting to face somebody else. Even though we know that Efferson is a outstanding pitcher in her own right, that was great pitching performance in game 1 between the battle between Clift and Richard is just an instant classic, as you would say.
Indeed, that third pitch in the dirt Now a 1-2 count to Porter. She makes contact toward a short. Ground ball, picks it up, gloves, throws over. And 2 away for the Indians on 2 ground balls. This will bring up Marlar. She is the DP again for the Indians. One of their top power hitters. Looking to see if she can spark a 2-out rally. Drive something over the fence or in the gap. Give ICC an opportunity to get some scoring started here in game 2. Looks that one low in the dirt for ball 1.
Yeah, Marlar, it was for the one run we did score in game 1, he was the one that got the big RBI for us and then got a walk in another at bat. So she's seen the ball well today.
That ball floats up and away for a 2-0 count. Good crowd still out here at the ball field, at Andy Kirk Field for that matter. A lot of blue and gray here, fans and family that have come up to support the Co Lin, and of course all the great faithful ICC fans out here as well. That pitch catches the outside corner, moves it to 2-1 on Marlar. We are down to only 1 golf cart in center field.
I just noticed that, yeah.
We maxed out at 3 today. We're down to 1.
Friday afternoon might be the problem on the golf carts.
Marlar swings and misses at a low pitch, evens the count at 2-2. Ball gets away from the catcher, but no one on, so no damage done.
Probably because the physical plant, is shutting down at 4:30, and they got to get them back in there. So they're probably just coming back out in their regular cars and sitting in the stands watching instead of sitting in the golf cart. They're probably out in the stands giving support to the Indians as they always do.
Marlar makes contact on that one, chops it foul through the opposite batter's box into the protective net in front of the ICC dugout. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes in this early pitching battle here between, I lost my place, Efferson and Marlar for the Indians. Who will win this battle here? 2-2 pitch. Outside and away, goes to full, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Tell you what, Efferson's got some velocity. That's a hard curveball she's throwing right there. And I'm going to say she throws a lot of what we call bowling balls. She's probably got a good drop ball, too, with not as many strikeouts. But with that low ERA, her team makes some excellent plays behind her.
Throws an inside pitch that she gets Marlar to swing on and strike out. The first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Efferson. So ICC goes down 1-2-3 in the first inning. We'll take a break and come back with the top of the second.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, can I have this? Today tastes like staying.
Welcome back, Indian fans. We move to the top of the second inning here in Game 2 in Fulton between number 21 ICC and number 4 Co Lin. This is Ella Lilly on the mound for the Indians. She'll be facing the 4, 5, 6 batters for Co Lin, Williams, Madair, and Warren. That first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Williams playing first base today for the Wolves. Left-handed batter. Watches that one stay outside for ball 2.
We'll have 2 Williams in the lineup for Co Lin here in game 2. We saw Emily Williams, number 8, a little bit there in the first game, but she's starting this game as a DP.
That pitch right down the middle for strike 1. So 2 balls and a strike here with no outs, top of the second. Let's go back, grab a little dirt, get herself in the right mindset. She looks in to deliver the 2-1 pitch. that one down the middle, but not held on to by Goodman behind the plate. So ball 3.
Ella Lilly is a freshman from North Pontoc High School. She's had an excellent freshman year as far as only, in 60 innings pitched, she's only had 13 base on balls.
Swing and contact. Diving effort by Shands as she has to work around the head coach of Holmes standing out there coaching third base. Can't quite haul it in, but great defensive effort there by Shands to try to make a play there. So now we're at a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
There's a coach you try to ask your third baseman, why don't you have a longer arm? She gave her best effort. It was just out of her reach.
Makes contact again, this time out to left. Drifting out and getting underneath that one is Green, the left fielder for ICC. So 1 away for Co Lin here in the top of the second.
Great pitch there. Good job by Green reading that ball off the bat and running it down.
This will bring up. Hold on.
Yes, be number 10, Warren, left fielder.
I'm off somewhere. So was that Maydair there that flew out?
Maydair.
Maydair?
Yes,
So
Maydair.
Williams was. Yeah, I forgot to record the last out on my book. So for the first innings, that's where I got off. So excuse me, that was Maydair that flew out to left. And this is Warren, the left fielder for the Wolves. She's got a 1-1 count.
Yeah, Warren was 0 for 4 in the first game, but she, if you remember, she got the first RBI, the first run on the board. It was the only run on the board for the Wolves through the first 9 innings of the game with a ground out to second base. Runner on third, less than 2 outs, and she did a great job getting the ball in play on the ground out to get that final run, which ended up being the state of time run all the way until the top of the 10th.
She takes strike 2 on the corner. That one low, evens the count from Lily. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2, 1 out. Pitch from Lily. Contact right at third baseman. She comes off her. Shortstop throws it up, and it comes off the glove of Stegall. Great effort by Porter to get that off the deflection off of Shands, and almost gets almost gets Warren at first.
That would have been a 5-6-3 put out.
Not often
did she
you see
beat it
that one.
out, or would she been safe if it had been caught?
It'd have been the umpire's call. It was bang bang there, but now this will bring Williams, the number 8 Williams. This is Emmy Williams, who as you mentioned, we saw check in as a pinch player in game 1. She's starting this game 2 as the designated player, batting in place of Burnett, the second baseman, who's the flex player. The 1-0 pitch, that's a little low. So 2-0 to Williams. Lily delivers a 2-0 pitch. That one on the outside corner for a strike. 2 balls and a strike to the designated player, Williams. Hear that Co Lin dugout getting vocal with a runner on, trying to support their batter. Hard contact that she fouls off the right side, out of the park. So now she's at 2 balls and a strike.
Warren, the runner at first base, has 6 for 7 on the season with stolen bases. We do have an update with ICC baseball at Co Lin. In game 2 in the 4th inning, ICC is ahead 4-2. Coach Collier's got his group. They regroup there in between games and come out the second game trying to get the split on the road at Co Lin.
Williams chops that one foul to even the count up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out and a runner on first here in the top of the second inning. The 2-2 pitch. Contact again, chopped foul on the left side. Shands will run over and pick that up off the warning track. Throw back to Lily in the pitcher's mound.
Yeah, Lily's going to fill up that strike zone. She'd love to get a tailor-made double play right here like she did in the first inning, get another one, and get out of this thing. 2 outs, 1 ball, hit and play.
Outside pitch, stays outside. Runs the count full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out to your designated player for the Wolves, Williams. She's got Warren down at first base. The 3-2 pitch. Contact out into center. Nichols drifts back. It goes over Nichols' head. She's trying to find her footing and get the ball in. Runners are going to keep advancing, and that'll send Warren all the way to third on a double from Williams.
Yeah, she did a good job. She sit on that pitch and hit it right back where it came from. That ball carried right over Lakeland. It looked like it tipped off the end of her glove. She almost made an outstanding play like she's done so many times this year, but just came up just a little bit short getting to it. So Indians in a tough spot right here with runners at second and third, 1 out. Need to find a way to try to minimize the damage here in the top of the second inning.
This will bring up Roberts. She's the catcher in game 2 for Co Lin. She looks at strike 1 right down the middle. We saw her come in as either a pitch hitter or a pinch runner in game 1 for Chisholm that started that game.
She did come in and run. You're exactly right.
She makes contact on the second pitch. It's going to drop fair, and the right field chases over the line. Right fielder's running it down. That's because both runners are going to advance. So back-to-back doubles and an RBI double for Roberts is going to push in the first 2 runs of the day of game 2 for Co Lin.
Just what you want for Co Lin right there. She replaces the runner at second base. You know, it doesn't matter how hard you hit it. It's just hitting in the right spot, and she hit it right over the first baseman's head. It fell in and scored both runs easy, and she was able to make a great turn at first base and get into scoring position herself. So, like we said before that pitch, we got to limit the damage right here, try to keep this runner at second base without them doing any more damage. Now we're down to the 9-hole hitter, about to flip over the lineup. So
this 9-hole batter is Huey. She batted in the same spot in game 1, and she was probably the most dangerous hitter for Co Lin. She continually had contact against Alyssa Clift. She comes in with 1 out and a runner on second. She looks at strike 1 down the middle.
She did. She had 2 base hits. One was through the 6-hole, and then one was just soft hit ground ball to the shortstop, but her speed really gives you a lot of trouble that you've got to hurry up and get the ball across with her coming out of that box.
That one stays away for ball 1. Evens the count 1-all with 1 out here in the top of the second. Co Lin taking the early 2-0 lead here on a pair of doubles. A single and then a pair of doubles by Warren, Williams, and Roberts. Contact there. Pitcher grounds, picks up, throws to the second baseman covering. So, ground out, 1-4, erases Huey for the second out of the inning, but it does advance Roberts over to third base.
Good job of Lily fielding her position right there, shuffling her feet, and then second baseman did a good job, McClendon, getting over to cover first base. Now you got to run it at third with 2 outs.
Contact back into the netting. Foul ball for strike 1 by Phillips. She drew a walk to lead off the game against Lily, and then she was doubled up when Baines lined to the third baseman Shands, who fired back over and doubled her up at first base. Second pitch away for ball. The 1-1 pitch. Contact. She lifts this one high up in the air. Stegall is going to drift toward the dugout, and she will catch it in foul territory to end the inning, get the third out, and limit the damage to only 2 runs scored. So the Wolves pick up 2 runs on 3 hits. ICC will come up to bat after these messages.
It's the Fast Break Sports Show that starts your day. Mississippi Sports Today, Tuesday through Friday at 9. And if you don't catch it at 9, the MST podcast is on wherever you listen, with a team of hosts like no other.
For the folks that are listening, I mean, yeah, there is egg salad, but Drew is bringing like a refrigerated, like a pack. So
it's going to be refrigerated.
Egg salad, 24-hour egg salad.
Yeah,
we're dropping like flies.
Join Craig and the guys for Mississippi Sports Today on Super Talk 101.9.
Welcome back, Indian fans. We move to the ICC half of the second inning. Co Lin grabbing 2 runs there in the top of the second to get the early lead, 2-0. They used 3 hits, 2 of those doubles, to push in a pair of runs early against Ella Lilly. This will be ICC's 4, 5, 6 batters coming to bat. This is Shands. She grounds toward shortstop. She picks up gloves, throws over, and that's going to be the 6-3 put out of Shands.
Yeah, the Indians still looking for the first base runner. First time through seeing Efferson. Everybody's trying to collect some information right here. Need Nichols to get us started right here. Puts pressure on their defense. Find a way to get on.
Nichols is the center fielder for the Indians. Batting in the 5th spot. She looks at strike 1 on the outside lower corner. Second baseman playing way in on Nichols. We saw that in game 1. That pitch inside for a ball. Where third plays in, and second is playing just right up there parallel with the pitcher. So that drew in infield could be a danger. She swings and misses one on the outside there. Runs the count 1-2.
Taking that swing, that'll keep your defense honest right there too, because that ball can. She barrels it up, it's going to be hit hard.
And as you say that, they do go back to not quite normal positions, but not also playing up at the pitcher's mound either. That one away for ball 2 evens the count at 2 each. Here with 1 out in the bottom of the second for ICC. A swing and a miss on the outside corner gets her all twisted up on that one. Second Renaissance Bank strikeout victim of the day for Efferson. Renaissance Bank, the bank that cares about you. Find out why at renaissancebank.com.
It's big McClendon coming up. She got in that bat in first game in her pinch hit role.
She looks at strike 1 on the outside corner there. She's playing second base in this game.
She drew a walk in her only at bat game 1.
Pitch way outside there for ball 1. Evens the count, 1 each. So 2 outs. As you said, she doesn't get a lot of starts, but she's been very impactful when she comes in as a pinch batter. So let's see what she can do here getting the start today. Looks at one that she wants to swing at, wisely holds back. As the count goes to 2-1.
As we can tell here early in the game, 5 outs into our offense at Efferson. We can see why she has such a low ERA. She's tough in the circle.
Gets her to chop one toward the second baseman. She gloves, throws over to first, and the 4-3 put out will end the second inning for the Indians. We'll take a break and come back with the top of the third.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
LSU takes it. We'll be back next March.
Come on, y'all. This is what we've been working for. We gotta forget about last year. It's right here, right now. Y'all ready? Yeah!
Welcome back to the action, fans. We move to the top of the third inning here in Fulton. Co Lin has jumped out early to a 2-0 lead. They'll bring their 2, 3, 4 batters to the plate to see if they can add on. Ella Lilly delivers ball 1. to Baines, the third baseman. She lined sharply to the third baseman and to a double play in the first inning.
Yeah, this is right where you want to be if you're Co Lin. You're, like I said, 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up for the second time just in the third inning right here. So we'd like to see our Indians put up a big 0 right here, get back in the dugouts, get their hitters talking about what they're seeing off Everson, and put some quality at bats and get some base runners on. Start putting some pressure on the Wolves.
Baines makes contact, grounder to shortstop. Porter throws over to first baseman. Good dig out by Stegall there at first to erase the leadoff runner.
Oh, Porter's so versatile to be able to catch game 1, then go to shortstop in game 2 and still make plays. That's not the easiest transition, especially catch 10 innings. Not a 7-inning game, but a 10-inning game.
Yeah, that'll wear you. This is Epperson, the pitcher in game 2. She got a big double back in the first inning, but was stranded there. She looks at ball 1 in the dirt. Shout out to brother Chris Burrows, one of the best announcing voices along the Tin-Tom Waterway, checking in, watching today. We appreciate him as always.
Legendary voice, PA guy for us in softball.
There's a drive out to left, and it's going to land fair all the way to the wall. Green will pick that up, throw it in. They're going to get her, and they're going to get her at second. She tries to stretch it out. Good relay there from Green in left field all the way down to Porter at shortstop, who gets it to McClendon at second. So nice with the 7-6-4 put out at second base after the single.
Exactly was. That we tried to do it in the first inning. You know, she hit the ball over Green's head, and she played it perfectly off the fence and made a throw. And that left-handed throw, the ball just ran on her just a little bit coming in. But that time she hit the cutoff to Porter, and she got it to her. So great job by the defense of the Indians.
Yeah, definitely a good job. You want that defense to back you up as a pitcher, and they do help get that second out and erase another base runner for the Wolves. So this brings up Williams, the first baseman. She flew out to center to end the first. She's got 2 balls early. No strikes yet there.
This will be Avery Williams for the Wolves.
So the 2-0 count and 2 outs. She makes contact, flies it out to left, and that's going to go over the fence just under the scoreboard.
Got those 2 quick outs and trying to get back in the dugout, but Avery Williams able to hit the line drive just over the fence and under the scoreboard, as you said, to extend the lead to 3-0 for the Wolves.
Also shows you the importance of getting that out at second when they put out Epperson. Otherwise, that would have cost you 2 runs there. So defense saving at least 1 run so far in this inning.
And that's your pitching coaches will always tell you, too, that you're not going to get beat on solo home runs. It's always about the people you put on base in front of them. So, I mean, that's solo home runs happen. Just don't want the 2- and 3-run home runs. So, need Lily to get back in here and get this third out for us really quick.
This is going to be Midair, the right fielder. She flew out to left field to open the second inning. She'll step in after that home run by her teammate Williams and see if she can add to this 3-0 Co Lin lead. She slaps one, chops it up the middle. Porter's able to knock it down and keep it from going to the outfield, but that's it, no further, and a lot of speed by Midair. So that's an infield single to keep the inning alive for the Wolves.
That was Avery Williams' 3rd home run on the season. Before that, yeah, just chopped that ball. Porter did the best job she could getting to it. I don't know if she fields it cleanly, if she's going to throw her out or not after the big 2 hops it took, but kept it on the infield. Now let's see if we can get the left-handed hitting Warren out.
She did single in the second, advanced to third, and scored 1 of the runs as Roberts drove in 2, including Warren with a double.
Midair is 10 for 10 and stolen bases coming into today, so you got to keep an eye on her trying to get in scoring position here with 2 outs.
That pitch down the middle for a strike. Defense appears to be playing in rather than holding the runner. Like they want to make sure Midair doesn't go for a slap or a bunt to advance the runner and keep the inning going. So the 0-2 pitch. She swings and misses. So strikeout ends the inning. ICC does give up one more run on the solo home run by Williams. We'll take a break and come back for the ICC half of the third inning.
When injury knocks you out, Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. We will get you back.
All right, Little Caesar's Crazy Puffs. Whoa!
Is this little bad kid?
Birthday cake comes in. It is so cute. My dad's eating Crazy Puffs again. Don't ask.
Whoa. Have you tried the new bacon ones?
There are bacon ones?
Pizza.
Welcome back, Indian fans. We move to the bottom of the third inning. ICC brings their 7, 8, 9 batters. Goodman, Stegall, and Green to the plate, looking to see if they can get some base runners and cut into this early lead by Co Lin. They've jumped on the Indians with 3 runs in 3 innings. Epperson still on the mound for the Wolves. She throws a first pitch ball on the outside to Goodman, who's catching here in game 2.
Yep, looking for this bottom of the order for the Indians to find some base runners. We got to find a way. Somebody's got to scratch it out and start putting some heat on Co Lin, but it's been hard when Everson's just been filling up the strike zone and has not walked anybody or given us anything to start this game out.
Everson comes back and gets a strike on Goodman, evens the count 1-1. Hard contact, but flies it out foul toward the ICC bullpen. Look like we do have someone up and throwing down there. See if we can't get you a number. Looks like that is Neely Hodem down there, stretching and warming and throwing up for the Indians. We'll see if they have to go to her or not. Back to the plate. That ball hits the dirt, bounces past Goodman. So now she's got an even 2-2 count. ICC batters looking to put some more pitches on Epperson. She's worked pretty efficiently so far. There's a shot down to first baseman who's able to pick that up, step on the bag. So Goodman goes down 1 unassisted to start the third inning.
Man, we talk about it all the time, but sometimes you just hit the little flare, it falls in, and sometimes you hit on the nose right at somebody and get out. So that's what we did. She hit it on the nose, but it's right at the first baseman.
Here comes Sadie Stegall, the first baseman for the Indians. Her first plate appearance in game 2. She watches one drift away on the outside for ball 1. Epperson delivers. Gets a swing and a miss by Stegall there. Evens the count 1-1. We're going to work to try to bring you some scores later on here from the other games if we can.
Yeah, we were working on some. We had a little trouble going 10 innings in game 1. Took up a little of our time and concentration there with the pitcher's duel. It was it seemed like a quick game for 10-inning games because there was pitchers were dominating and throwing so many strikes and stuff, but it did get stretched out. But yeah,
Stegall chops that one for a foul ball off the plate. Now facing a 1-2 count. Gets off the end of the bat, rolls it to second base. Second baseman picks it up, throws to first for the 4-3 out of Stegall.
Good job there by Burnett. Looked like she fumbled it just a little bit, trying to get it out of her glove to make a throw, but made a good solid throw to the first baseman. So maybe Green can get it started as that second leadoff hitter in the 9-hole for her.
As you said, this is Green, the left fielder for the Indians in this game. She bats from the left side of the plate. Pitch way outside there for ball one from Efferson. ICC still looking for its first base runner of the game. With 2 outs, can Green step up and find that? She shows bunt, drops one right in front of the plate. Throw down is in time. Great move there by Roberts to pick that up and fire a bullet to her teammate Williams. ICC goes down 1-2-3 for the 3rd inning in a row. We'll take a break, come back with the top of the 4th.
It's the Fast Break Sports Show that starts your day. Mississippi Sports Today, Tuesday through Friday at 9. And if you don't catch it at 9, the MST podcast is on wherever you listen with a team of hosts like no other.
For the folks that are listening, I mean, yeah, there is egg salad, but Drew is bringing like a refrigerated, like a pack. So
it's going to be refrigerated.
Egg salad. Yeah. 24-hour egg salad.
Yeah.
We're dropping like flies.
Join Craig and the guys for Mississippi Sports Today on Super Talk 1019.
Welcome back to Andy Kirk Field here in Fulton, Mississippi. We move to the top of the 4th inning between ICC and Co Lin. Going to have a new pitcher coming in for your Indians. This is number 22, Neely Hodum from Walnut, Mississippi.
Yeah, Neely coming in on the season has a 9.06 ERA, 17 innings pitched, 36 hits. She's had 35 runs, 22 of those earns, 6 walks, 5 strikeouts. For Lily, she's still eligible to come back into the game, but she pitched 3 innings, had 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 1 base on ball, and 1 strikeout during her first 3 innings of this game.
Odum's pitch, pretty curveball there for strike 1. She's facing, let me see which Williams is it? Emily Williams, the DP for Co Lin. She got that big double in the 2nd inning, scored a run. She's going to flare one out to left, and it is going to fly over anybody out there. Great effort by Porter to try to get to that one. She can't, so that's going to go for a flare single to lead off the 4th inning for Williams, her 2nd time on base in this game.
You call it a flare, I call it a bloop. Either way it goes down, looks like a rocket in the scorebook because that is a base hit. Just like we said, you can hit hit it hard at somebody, and then you hit one where the shortstop almost gets to it, but it's just not where anybody's at.
That opening pitch to Roberts, the catcher, floats too high for ball 1. Roberts had the big 2 RBI double to drive in Warren Williams in the 2nd inning and get the scoring started for Co Lin. That, another one of those nice floating pitches that drops in for a strike there. It's good to see Hodum get that call going. So she's now got a 1-1 count on Roberts. Bunt chop, if that one's going to run foul. Wise move by Hodum to watch that one, let it cut out there. So count will go to 1 ball, 2 strikes on Williams.
We do have a baseball
Roberts,
baseball update at Co Lin with ICC. Co Lin now in the bottom of the 5th has taken the lead and are up 5-4. That being said, also the little tidbit, athletic director at Co Lin, Brian Noble, is one of our former players. I coached at Delta State. He was our closer in the year that we finished 3rd at the World Series and doing a wonderful job as an AD down at Co Lin these days. He was a submarine. He was our closer through submarine.
Oh.
He's a community college guy.
And Tim Center and Tim Dillard, and we get some fun pitches to watch those 3 guys.
A lot of
The
spin
2-2 pitch, makes contact, floats it toward the ICC dugout. Great effort by Stegall, who just misses it as she crashes into the net there, but great to see the effort from the ICC first baseman.
That was tremendous effort, and that's the reason we have the netting in front of the dugout and the padding on everything there, because she went in just not even thinking about her body and just laying it out there for her team, and almost made a great catch.
Contact up the middle. Second baseman tries to get it out. Gloves unable to make the flip to the shortstop. So McClendon and Porter unable to connect there. So how do you score that one, Coach?
I would have to give that one to error on the second baseman. She bobbled it just a little bit, and like she kind of rushed it, and she was so close to the second base. I'm not sure if that ball it hit off her knee or did it tip the runner. It was really close when it came into Porter right there. I'm not sure it made contact, but probably just going to be on the toss.
Didn't get up in the air enough to get to her there. So, and either way, even if they had been able to put out Williams at second, Roberts at best would have gotten the fielder's choice. So we'll go with an E4. It also advances Williams over to second base. So the Wolves have 2 on with no outs here in the top of the fourth. Brings up Huey. She grounded out to the pitcher to end as the second out of the second inning in her first plate appearance.
Yeah, that was a tough play for McClendon going to her right up the middle. She has a chance if she feels it. She might
bunt move there by Huey. Shands attacks it. Gloves throws over to McClendon covering first. So that's the 5-4 put out of Huey, but she does her job with no outs of sacrificing herself to advance both runners over to second and third.
Now batting number 11, Breeley Phillips.
That sacrifice bunt there brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union, reminding the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. The BSU meets Monday nights at 7:07 in the Fine Arts Building.
Yes, that was an excellent sack bunt there by Huey to get it back to the top of lineup. Now we're in the fourth inning. This is the third at bat for Phillips coming up. But it is a new pitcher she's seeing, Hodum, for the first time.
She gets ahead of Hodum with 2-0 count here. She's got on by a walk to lead off the game, was doubled up on a line out by Baines. Then she popped out to the first baseman as Stegall was able to catch her out there to end the second inning. So you've got Williams down at third, Roberts at second. Co Lin threatening to add to their 3-0 lead with only 1 out here. Nice pitch down the middle with a nice movement. Gets a strike finally there, so a 3-1 count now. See if Hodum can battle back here and find her first out of the game. That one gets the inside corner for a strike, so now she has come back, got it to a full count.
Good job by Neely, just doing what she does, changing speeds, moving it all around the zone.
So the 3-2 pitch from Hodum comes in too low, so that'll walk Phillips for the second time today. So the bases are loaded of Wolves. For fans, remember, when you're ready to load your plate, make the right call and visit Sam's Town Market in Mantachie. I know Coach is going to be loading his basket here after the game tonight.
Man, I'm telling you, that Sam, this is hard to beat. I was shopping for all kind of stuff last week, even besides the steak and the pork chops. Had some of that mustard potato salad, some of that red rind hoop cheese.
There's Baines with a floater over the second baseman. That's going to bring in 1. Coaches for Co Lin will hold the other runners. So a bloop, that's the word we're going to go with now, Coach. Bloop single there. Drives in another run. Co Lin goes up 4-0.
All that for Baines of getting that hit is going to be because of the drawn-in infield. You know, second baseman's playing where she normally is. Hodum did a good job, got the pitch she wanted, got the soft contact, but with drawn-in infield, Baines did her job, got the RBI. Now you got Efferson up with the bases loaded.
Left, but going to be at the wall, caught. Runner at third will tag up and go, and she will score. So a sacrifice fly by Efferson. That sac fly brought to you by the Wesley Foundation, reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. They meet Tuesday nights at 7 and are located across the street from the Davis Event Center.
Great job there by Efferson of bases loaded, less than 2 outs. She got the ball up, got it, elevated, hit that sac fly to left field, get another run in for the Wolves here. Green did a good job getting behind the ball, making a strong throw in to keep the runners at first and second, not letting them advance on that. No way to throw out the runner at home, so that's a great job by her getting the ball in quickly.
So bring up Williams. She hit a solo home run her last at bat. She shows bunt, and the runners take off. No throw from Goodman, though. So those runners advance to second and third. Still only one out. No, excuse me. There are 2 outs here in the inning as Huey grounded out, and Efferson sac fly was the second out of the inning.
Yeah, Phillips did a good job at second base of reading the dirt ball and advancing.
There's a shot out to the left. Caught by
Great play.
Great job. Caught there by Green to end the inning and in the scoring. But Co Lin adds 2 more runs on 2 more hits, a walk, and an error. They now lead 5-0, and we'll go to the bottom of the 4th just after this.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here.
There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back to the action, Indian fans. We move to the bottom of the 4th. Co Lin adding to their lead in the top of the 4th. They add 2 more. They now are up 5-0 over your Indians. We come back to the top of the lineup for ICC. This is McKnight, the right fielder, leading off. She grounded out to the third baseman to lead off the game for ICC. ICC looking to do a little more damage here than they've done so far. Efferson has looked very strong against this ICC roster so far.
She sure has. She has not allowed a base runner in 3 innings. We've been 9 up, 9 down. So, second time through, just like you said, it's time for us to make some adjustments and start getting back in this thing. Just slowly try to win this inning if we can.
That pitch on the outside misses. Evens the count. 1 ball and 1 strike to McKnight. CC still looking for their first base runner, as Efferson has confused them and kept them away. That one in for strike 2. Coach Munson calls out a 50-50 ball there, but umpire says 1 ball, 2 strikes to McKnight. Find out what ICC can do here. Cut back into this game. There's contact, bounces it off the plate for a foul ball. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Coach, how do you get your team mentally ready for game 2? I mean, we could have talked about this a few minutes ago, but after such a long and close game 1, there's another foul off the plate by McKnight, keeps that count 1-2. But after you've played such a long, exhausting game 1, 10 innings, so close, and you come up just short, how do you, get your team ready to come out again for game 2?
It is. It's hard when you got 18, 19, 20-year-old kids to get them to refocus because that one was so. You had it right in your grasp. You had so many chances to get over the hump and to get that big victory. And it is hard. It's a learning lesson trying to get them to mentally get back and get focused. And like I said, that first inning was vital.
McKnight makes contact, but it's going to fly out to left field there to lead off the 4th.
Yeah, just trying to get it. We did. We put up a 0 in the top, but then we've had trouble keeping them off scoreboard. And now it's just kind of getting a little frustrated with Efferson's a good pitcher, and that's what you got to take into account. She's spinning it well and throwing it well and has a low ERA, but we just got to scratch out and just find ways to get on base.
Yeah, she struck out 2 Indians, allowed no walks so far, and really frustrated the entire lineup the first time through. This is Porter, the shortstop. She grounded out to the other shortstop. That would be Phillips for Co Lin in the first inning. She watches the second strike there on the outside corner.
That was a changeup. She took a lot off from that ball right there. It's almost like a knuckleball. You could see it. It was spinning so slow. I could see the seams of it. She hasn't thrown that so far today.
So 0-2 pitch by Efferson. Contact, ground ball towards short. She picks up, throws across, retires Porter for the second time in the game, 6-3.
She's throwing, like I said earlier, but what we call a bowling ball, a hard drop ball. It's hard inside on a lot of these hitters, and they're beating it straight into the ground. Got to try to find a way to try to get up under that ball and try to get some lift on it to barrel it up.
This is Marler, the DP for the Indians. She wisely lays off one there that stays outside for a ball. She struck out to end the first inning.
Not what AB's looking for, change up outside on the first pitch.
That one a little lower, but still outside, so she gets ahead 2-0. Maybe give her an opportunity to see the type of pitch, like you said, that she's looking for, something she can really put her barrel on. That 2-0 pitch inside and in the dirt gets AB out ahead 3-0, and this may be the worst count that Efferson's had so far in this game against any ICC batter.
I believe it could be actually be the first 3-ball count. I don't have it written down right here as we've been working on some other things, but she's been making short work of it. Her pitch count's way down.
That one stays inside, gives AB nothing to work with, but she does reach as the first ICC base runner of the game and the first walk issued by Efferson.
We'll take it. She's only got 12 walks and 61 innings pitched, so she don't walk many. We're going to have a runner here.
That'll bring Shands, third baseman, to the plate with 2 outs. 1 on. Graham in to run for Marlar over at first base. So Shands grounded out 6-3 in the top of the second. To lead off the second for the Indians. Looking to see if she can do something now that ICC has a runner on board. That pitch stays away. Ball 1 to Shands.
Yep, trying to get a little more speed there on the bases. It's a 7-inning game, and we're already in the bottom of the fourth, and the Indians, you put some speed on, maybe she can hit a gapper right here. She can score from first base.
Good contact there, but ground ball toward third baseman. Baines picks it up, gloves, throws to first base, and ends the inning for ICC. We'll take a break, come back with the top of the 5th inning.
When injury knocks you out, Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. We will get you back.
Try Little Caesar's Stuffed Crazy Crust. Everyone loves it, including Justin Jefferson and all his friends.
Stuffed crust? Buttery garlic spread?
That looks mighty delicious, Justin. It sure does, Mr. Pumpernickel. And at $9.49, it's the lowest price in stuffed crust with no strings attached. No strings attached? You want a piece of me?
No, Mr. Pumpernickel. Justin, run.
Order delicious stuffed crazy crust for $9.49 and get your game day delivered with Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
We're back live from Andy Kirk Field, and we've got Andy Kirk live here in the booth here at the ICC Alumni and Foundation broadcast booth. In this Game 2 match between ICC and Co Lin. Co Lin has jumped out to a 5-0 lead as we start the 5th inning. This is Neely Hodum still on the mound now in relief for the Indians. She'll face the 5, 6, 7 batters for Co Lin, Maydair, Warren, and Williams.
Got a few updates here. In baseball, ICC at Co Lin, they're in the top of the 6th. Co Lin has extended their lead to 9-5 in that game, and that will be a 7-inning game.
So those baseball Indians looking to fight back just like these softball Indians.
Yes, a few scores in softball around the league. East Central at Kahoma played yesterday, and East Central swept Kahoma in their 2 games. Everybody else, Southwest has a bye today, but everybody else on the schedule is playing. Co Lin at ICC, it was our game 1 here with Co Lin pulling out the 10-inning victory at 2-1. And, of course, they're ahead 5-0 here as we go to the top of the 5th.
And that'll be a 4-pitch walk to Maydair. So for the 3rd inning in a row, the Wolves have the leadoff batter on base.
And Jones at East Mississippi. Jones wins game 1 11-1, and they're ahead 4-2 in the bottom of the 6th.
Pitch stays outside to Warren, the left fielder. She's 1 for 2. She's got a single with a run scored and a strikeout.
Pearl River's at Mississippi Delta. Pearl River wins game 1 6-2, and they're up 10-1 in game 2 in the top of the 5th. Gulf Coast at Northeast. Northeast pulls out game 1 2-0, and Northeast is up 1-0 in the top of the 3rd of game 2. Meridian at Holmes. Meridian wins game 1 4-3. Let me check that one.
Hodem finally finds the strike zone there in this inning.
I might have wrote that down wrong. Holmes is ahead 2-0 in the bottom of the 2nd in game 2.
Now a 3-1 count to Warren. Looking to make Hodem try to find the strike zone as she walked Maydair on 4 pitches.
That was correct. Meridian.
Allen stays away as well. So back-to-back walks issued by Hodem gives the Wolves runners on 1st and 2nd with no outs here and brings up the dangerous Williams, the DP. She has a double, a double and a single and 2 runs scored in this game.
That is correct. Meridian did defeat Holmes at Holmes 4-3 in 8 innings in game 1.
Pitch 1 floats in there for a strike.
All right, so now we're looking for a double play right here for our Indians. And your Co Lin Wolves are looking to extend their lead, but we're trying to shut them down.
Contact deep ball to left. It's going to float out foul and over the visitors' bullpen. Got some fans out there in some lawn chairs enjoying the afternoon. They're going to pick up that foul ball. So now the count 0-2 on Williams. One in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on the number 7 batter. She's already done damage today. She's looking to see what else she can do. That ball floats in too low, even to count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now Goodman's going to go out for a second, talk to her pitcher, just kind of calm her down, help her focus back in on where she needs to be locating here.
Yep, Indians looking for something similar to what we had in that first inning. You know, line drive or a ground ball, hard ground ball, line drive, hit at somebody, see if we can turn 2 right here. Try to limit the damage here in the top of the 5th, and then get our bats back in here and try to get back in this game.
Conversation over. Everyone back to their positions. Batter ready, umpire ready, catcher ready. So the pitch to the inside, catches the corner, gets her for strike 3, and that gives Hodem her first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day. Renaissance Bank, the bank that cares about you. Find out why at renaissancebank.com.
Great job there. Going out, having a conversation with the pitcher, and then Neely Hodem coming inside on there and fooling the hitter for a 3rd strike.
There's a shot out to right, over the head of the right fielder. This is Roberts, the catcher. She hits it to the wall. 1 run's going to come in. The other runner's going to stop at 3rd. So that is a 1-out RBI double by Roberts, who's been on base all 3 times today, and that is her 2nd double of the game.
Yeah, that's a good job of staying inside the ball, letting the ball travel, and McKnight didn't have a chance to run that ball down right field. It was hit so hard all the way to the wall.
Now with 1 out, runners at 2nd and 3rd, this is Huey. She hasn't reached base yet in this game, but she was all over the place in game one. She's ground out to the pitcher and to the third baseman.
Yeah, she's been a tough out all day long.
Those first 2 balls are away from her.
Great thing about baseball, softball, size doesn't matter. If you can play, you can play. She's not the tallest of stature, but she has been a thorn in our side all day long in that 9-hole.
Third pitch floats too high. The runner on third, which is Warren, fell down, laughs at herself. Goodman did give her a good look to make sure she was going to get back in time. Coach pats her on the head there. That pitch is going to stay. Oh, no, he calls a corner strike there. So a 3-1 count now to Huey.
Seeing the runner fall down at third reminds me of a few practices. We thought there was a sniper up in some trees here. And some of our players would trip over some lines and stuff, and they always started looking up in the trees trying to figure out where that sniper came from when they'd lay out. So it's kind of a running joke for several years.
That's that 10-time sniper there. Yeah. The foul back into the net by Huey pushes the count full, 3-2. Makes contact, fouls this one into the visitors' bullpen. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes.
A name that some people out there listening might recognize from the 2019 World Series team was JoJo Vasquez. I think the sniper got her at least once a week, it seemed like, on the field.
The full count pitch misses away. So that's the third walk of the inning given by Hodem. It's going to walk. It's going to load the bases for the Wolves. And if you want to load your plate, make sure you make the right call. Go to Sam's Town Market in Manatachee. Get you a steak, some sausage, anything that's good up there. Goes back to the top of the lineup for the Wolves. This is Phillips, the shortstop. She looks at strike one on the outside corner. She's 0 for 1 on the day with a pop out to the first baseman, but she's reached base twice by walks. Hodem floats that one in, but too low, evens the count. 1 ball and 1 strike.
One thing we mentioned before, that you, as a pitcher in defense, you want to not go through, have your leadoff hitter on the other team bat for the 3rd time in the first 5 innings, and this is their 4th at bat in the 5th inning. Contact
there just past the third baseman, between the runner and the third baseman. It's going to go all the way to the wall. That's going to bring in 1, 2. They hold up the runner. Could they get a tag? And she's thrown out. So that was Huey advancing on the turn at third, and realized the coach had held her when she tried to get back. A good throw from Green to Shands to get her out. And then on the throw, that's going to allow Phillips to advance to second.
I think she probably had a double.
You think she had a double anyway? All right, we'll give her a double.
That ball was hit so hard, the third baseman's not able to react right there. And Green did a great job getting it to Porter. And like I said, the coach threw the stop sign out a little bit too late. Huey didn't have a chance to get back, and good job picking up that out. But, yeah, I'd say Phillips got 2 RBIs on that double.
Indeed.
Correct.
So Co Lin pushes their lead 8-0 now.
I believe we have a pinch. Yep, 23 is batting for Baines.
So this is Addison Lindley from Madison, Mississippi, Germantown High School, her first appearance today. Batting in place of Baines. She makes deep contact out to right. That one's going, and unfortunately it's across the yellow line.
Well, that's the one way to come off the bench and maybe earn you a little bit more playing time. Lindley that'll be her first home run on the season. And she went Oppo Taco with that one. So 2 RBIs for her on the home run.
That's going to push the score 10-0 here, top of the 5th for the Co Lin Wolves. ICC with 2 outs, looking to get out of this inning and stop the bleeding.
And we are at that point in softball where you have an 8-run rule after 5. So our Indians are definitely going now at this point, got to put up at least 3 runs in the bottom half to extend this game to the 6th inning.
So with 2 outs, Epperson, pitching for the Wolves, comes to the plate. She's got a single, a double, and a sac fly in this game. She's been pretty productive so far. Swing and a miss there for strike 1. So 1-1 count to Epperson. Her offense has really helped her out. Defense as well. She struck out 2, walked 1, not allowed a hit yet to the Indians. So 2-1 count as Hodem faces Epperson. Contact hits the line, but it's going to be foul as it crosses before it reaches the third base bag. So now we'll even the count up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Or is that, yeah, I'm right. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Indians need to get back into the dugout here. You got Deuces Wild. Everybody's playing her to pull now. The outfield's shifting around.
The 2-2 pitch. Contact fires a bullet past Shands, who puts her gloves up but can't knock it down all the way to the wall. Green fires. This time, Epperson wisely stays at first as she overran herself into an out earlier, trying to extend into a double. So she gets a single, reaches base for 3 out of 4 times in this game. Yep. Keeps that inning alive with 2 outs.
Yeah, Epperson is having a whale of a game. That's a 3 for 3, and her other out, she hit a sacrifice fly. So she's been a big cog.
Avery Williams, the first baseman, grounds to third. Shands picks up, throws to Stegall, and that will end the inning. But as you said, ICC now facing a run rule situation, down 10-0 in the middle of the 5th. We'll be back after these messages.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
It's the Fast Break Sports Show that starts your day. Mississippi Sports Today, Tuesday through Friday at 9. And if you don't catch it at 9, the MST podcast is on wherever you listen, with a team of hosts like no other.
For the folks that are listening, I mean, yeah, there is egg salad, but Drew is bringing like a refrigerated, like a pack. So
it's going to be refrigerated.
Egg salad, yeah, 24-hour egg salad.
Yeah.
We're dropping like flies.
Join Craig and the guys for Mississippi Sports Today on Super Talk 101.9.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, Indian fans. Possibly a last chance opportunity for the Indians. They now find themselves in a hole 10-0 to the visiting Co Lin Wolves. And if they can't get a few runs across the plate here, they will be victims of a run rule in 5. Co Lin's going to bring in a new pitcher here, try to close this game out and go home with the road sweep. This is number 21, Keegan McCorkle, a right-handed sophomore from Tyronza, Arkansas, East Poinsett County High School.
McCorkle comes in with a 1.31 ERA. She's got 4 wins, 2 losses on the season, 21 and a third innings pitch, only 17 hits allowed.
She'll face the 5, 6, 7 batters for ICC. This is Nichols, the center fielder.
In those 21 innings, she has 22 strikeouts and only 6 base on balls. It's another good arm coming into the circle for the Wolves.
Catches the outside corner there for a strike. When a team comes in at a record of 25-3, 12-0 in the conference, 4 in the country, you expect that they have a lot of depth in all places, and clearly we've seen their depth at the plate, but now we're seeing their depth at pitching as well.
That's exactly right. And, of course, if we can extend the game, there is a chance for Epperson to come back in, but with her pitching line right now, she has 4 innings pitched. She gave up no hits, no runs, 1 base on ball, and 2 strikeouts. Like we said, she wasn't a big strikeout pitcher, but she her defense played right behind her. She did a good job of.
Nichols makes contact, slices that over into the Wolves bullpen area. Dugout area. So count now 1 ball and 2 strikes as Nichols, leading off the 5th inning for the Indians, tries to get on base and keep this game alive for ICC. Looks at one on the outside corner, kind of close, but takes ball 2.
Good eye there by Nichols. You know the one thing about this team all year, they're battlers. They're going to fight to the end, and that's what you expect. They're trying to find a way right here to get 3 runs to extend this game, and you never know what can happen if you can get to the next inning.
Contact there. Third baseman comes up, grabs it, fires to first. 5-3 put out is the first out of the 5th inning for the Indians.
Stellar defense again by the Wolves, as it's been all day long.
Yeah, even back in game 1 when ICC got all the free bases by walks, by hit batsmen and things like that, the defense always stepped up there in game 1. This will be McClendon, the second baseman. She grounded out to the second in her first at bat. She looks at that first pitch there. I was trying to say, I guess it's going to be ball 1.
It was a little bit outside. I don't know. He
was
gave
close,
a
but he never gave a motion either way. He's not
Nah.
showing us an account. I just wanted to be sure before I said it. She swings and misses at an inside pitch.
We do have a update from Wesson. ICC drops game 2 in baseball to Co Lin 9-5 today. The next broadcast will be April the 2nd, Wednesday. This your ICC Indian softball team will host Kahoma starting at 2 p.m. and it will be Faculty Appreciation Day out here at the ballpark. That will be on Wednesday. Don't want to play on April Fool's Day, so we can play on the 2nd.
The 1-1 pitch stays outside.
Dr. Allen was up here between games. Got to talk to him for a little bit. Faculty Appreciation you put on April 1st, he might call everybody back to the office and stuff. So I guess with being on the 2nd, everybody can come on out here and support the Indians as they will be playing Kahoma on Wednesday starting at 2 p.m.
Inside pitch there. Going to Walker on the 3-1 count. So ICC gets its second base runner of the game, both by way of a base on ball. First one issued by McCorkle.
Good job by McClendon working the count right there like we read off the stats for McCorkle. She only has 6 walks in 21 innings, so that's unusual for her. So great at bat by Maddie McClendon.
Goodman, your ICC catcher, she grounded out to the first baseman unassisted to lead off the 3rd inning. Makes contact right up the middle over to second base, just what ICC needed. So now you've got runners at first and second with only 1 out. ICC finding some life here late in the game against a relief pitcher for the Wolves.
Great job by Zoe Goodman to come up clutch right there in our first base hit of game 2. After that tight game 1 loss, she comes up, hits it right back through the middle, just what the Indians needed.
And this will bring up Stegall, the first baseman, to the plate. She grounded out to the second baseman in her first plate appearance. Watches a pitch outside for ball 1. So an opportunity here for Sadie. Only 1 out, 2 base runners. ICC can cut into this lead and keep this game going. She swings on one inside, goes out to the left. Left fielder gets out to the warning track, but is able to get underneath it. She throws back, keeps those runners at first and second. So with the fly out to left, ICC down to potentially its last out of the game.
That's a new left fielder, but I'm not able to make out who it is. That's definitely not Warren, as she was left-handed.
That's correct.
And taller, but
can't pick up those blue numbers against the black uniform way out in the outfield. It's almost impossible to pick up. This is Green, the left fielder for the Indians, at the plate. She watches one on the outside for ball 1. So we've got to see if Green can find some magic here. Keep the inning alive, keep the game alive for your Indians. They're down 10-0 here in the bottom of the 5th in game 2 versus Co Lin. So the 1-0 pitch. That one doesn't catch the corner either. McCorkle trying to get that outside corner to these left-handed batters. She's not able to get it yet. That's what allowed that walk a second ago. And now Green trying to take advantage of that. The 2-0 pitch. Green swings and misses at 1. Runs the count 2-1 now.
2-0, she was really trying to turn on one right there. Try to get us an extra base hit and get us on the scoreboard.
So now a 2-1 pitch from McCorkle. Another swing and a miss, almost the exact same spot, I think, there, Coach. Evens at a count, 2-2. ICC potentially down to its last strike of the game. Looking for some magic here, looking for some Cal Brown magic to rally and win to keep this game alive.
I like it.
That one's on the outside, and he calls that one. Gets Green looking, and that'll be the third out of the 5th inning, and that's going to unfortunately end the ball game for the Indians. Your Indians go down in game 2, 10-0. We'll take a short break, and we'll come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame show.
LSU takes it. We'll be back next March.
Come on, y'all. This is what we've been working for. We got to forget about last year. It's right here, right now. Y'all ready? Yeah!
Tomorrow. Tomorrow is what we anticipate, what we work for, what we want to improve. At Itawamba Community College, we offer the courses, pathways, and the training that can help turn your vision of tomorrow into a reality. So why wait? Your tomorrow can start today at Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
All right, Little Caesar's Crazy Puffs. Whoa!
Is this little bad kid?
Birthday cake comes in. It is so cute. My dad's eating Crazy Puffs again. Don't ask.
Whoa. Have you tried the new bacon ones?
There are bacon ones?
Pizza.
When injury knocks you out, Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. We will get you back.
Welcome back into the Renaissance Bank postgame report. Renaissance Bank offers you the best banking solutions. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Find out why at renaissancebank.com. So after fighting tooth and nail in a 10-inning game 1 and just missing out on a 2-1 loss, Indians just can't come up with the offense in game 2 and go down 10-0 in 5 innings. Coach Kirk, would you share with us some stats and final line here for game 2?
Yes, in game 2, Co Lin and ICC, neither one scored in the first inning. Co Lin picked up 2 in the top of the second, 1 in the top of the third, 2 in the top of the fourth, and 5 in the top of the fifth. The Indians, so for the line score for the Co Lin, they had 10 runs on 13 hits, no errors with 6 left on base. For ICC, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and we had 3 runners left on base. Taylor Efferson for Co Lin will improve to 10-1 on the season. She went 4 innings, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. McCorkle came in after her with another inning pitch. She gave up 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And for your Indians, Lily, number 12, will drop to 4-7 on the year. She went 3 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Hodem came in, went 2 innings, 6 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned, 4 walks, 1 strikeout. So final score 10-0 for Co Lin. They will improve their record now to 27-3 and will go to 14-0 at the halfway mark through the conference play. ICC will drop to 21-12 on the season and 6-8 at the halfway point of conference play. Of course, everybody's goal is get into the tournament and see what can happen, and we will keep battling with that. Remember, our next broadcast will be April the 2nd. That will be this coming Wednesday. Believe it or not, it's the end of March.
Hard to believe. It's flown by.
It has, and that will be at 2 p.m. start. It will be a doubleheader against Coahoma coming in here, and it will be Faculty Appreciation Day on April 2nd here at the ball field. The Indians will be back in action, so that means that I guess baseball will be headed to Coahoma either Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. Their schedule is a little different because, with softball, pitchers can pitch more often, so they play a little bit more often. Baseball tries to keep it separated, mostly Tuesday, Saturdays, but sometimes ends up Wednesday, Saturdays and stuff. And not the day that the Indians wanted against Co Lin. We knew they were going to be a tough opponent today, but that first game just like I said, it was an instant classic. Just a pitcher's duel that we had there. If you missed it, man, I'm telling you, missed a good one between two great pitchers, and you could just tell it looked like it took a lot out of our team, taking that 10-inning loss 2-1 there. But we had trouble rebounding in game 2, and kudos to Co Lin. With those 13 hits, I was looking, trying to figure out. I think only about 3 of those were actually singles. They had a lot of extra base hits. So, after hardly any hits in game 1, they came out and swung the bats and did what they're supposed to do, and we'll regroup. We're learning. Coaches are doing a great job with this young team right here, and they'll be ready to get after Coahoma on Wednesday.
You nailed it, Coach. This is a young team that is still learning to play together. They've had a fantastic season so far, and they're continuing to learn and grow from that. First-year coaching staff, young team. I'm very proud of everything they've done so far and expect them to continue to do well throughout the season. Before we wrap up today, we're going to do a very special Sam's Town Market Star of the Game. We want to thank you, the fans. Thank you who have tuned in today, who've checked in with us, let us know you were watching. Maybe you watched some baseball Wednesday and got Coach Kirk and I, and softball again today. So thank you all for being the stars that you are, and you can be the star of your next meal by visiting Sam's Town Market in Mantachie to get the meat, get the vegetables, get the frozen foods, whatever it is you need to make a great meal this weekend up there at Sam's Town Market. And a very special Sam's Town Market to Miss Dana Kirk, who's the big winner today because, Coach, you're going to have to stop on the way home at Sam's and pick up a whole bunch of good stuff for her.
Oh, yeah. She loves Sam takes care of us. He was awesome. Did the PA for us there for a couple of years. And it's just that's a one-stop shop. Sam's Town is a one-stop shop, and we love doing business with local people and people definitely who support the Indians in all sports as Sam and his crew does.
It is, and we appreciate all our fans like Miss Dana, and we appreciate her tuning in with her class today and letting them tune in and watch a little exciting ICC softball. So I'm Michael Upton for Andy Kirk, Cal Brown, Raphael Henry, Casey Smith, and Matt Mallard. Thank you for tuning in today, and as always, Roll Tribe.